Good evening, everybody. I do hope you enjoyed your beautiful day on this February 26, 2024. It is 10 p.m. You know what that means. This is WEFT Sessions, here for even more live music after your last 2 hours of even, good live music. We're going to mix up the vibe for you tonight. We have ZENtheRapper all the way from the Keys, or otherwise known as Kankakee. He likes to call them the Keys, so can't wait for you to hear him. Gonna mix it up for you. Gonna send you over to your host, Todd, in the Great Hall in 3, 2, 1.
Thank you, Victor. Well, I had originally envisioned sort of a somber night, and between the weather today and I have a new album to play next hour, and I walked in on live music, and I'm thinking it's a little more festive than I was thinking last night. It's February, people bummed out about February, but it feels more like March. So let's see. I walked in on music, and last week we had a doubleheader where this hour and next hour we had a guest each hour, but we had a guest last hour, and now let me introduce the guest we have this hour. I think Victor actually already kind of did. ZENtheRapper from Kankakee, is that right? Yes. And I actually...
Yes.
The Keys threw me because, the Florida Keys, and I had come back from Florida, but I also passed through Kankakee on my way back from Florida, so I guess I just have all my bases covered.
Yep. Few things on that, right? So we're highway famous, right? Because we're an hour from Chicago. So anybody going through Illinois to Chicago, they've seen us 1,000 times. We've been in their mind. We're that distance and time tracker, but it's not something they pay attention to. So they'll be like, they recognize it, but they can't quite place it a lot of times. The other thing too, I think the Keys is just a very positive way to think of my hometown. It's kind of like a grungy, gray, brown, post-industrial kind of town, sort of thing. Low population, Central Illinois special kind of thing. But the Keys, when I think of the Keys, I think of like keys for success. And in my music, sometimes I talk about keys as in like piano keys or like just the melodies.
Do you do tourism or market? Are you looking to be mayor of Kankakee? Because this is positive talk.
Wait, hey, I try to stay positive. That's my thing, man. If they're hiring, look, I don't know, maybe I'll interview.
If the mayor retires tomorrow, you're available.
Yeah. I'll see what's going on.
Do you live here or do you live there?
So I live in Champaign.
Okay.
In Champaign, I live right around the corner.
Well, then you probably would have residency issues with being mayor of Kankakee, but it sounds like you could come and go.
Yeah. Hey, do a show in Kankakee, right? Open a venue, something like that.
Right.
Shout out ZENtheRapper. He just opened that venue in Chicago. Very inspiring.
Well, we're glad you're here tonight in Champaign. And what do you have to start with for us tonight?
Okay, so I am again ZENtheRapper. My opening track. This song, so I do a little preamble for all my songs. I got to tell you what I was thinking, what I was going through. This is a song that I made when I was living in Virginia from my project, Book of the Dead. This is called Chariots. Hey, chariots of abundance, chariots, Zen. Hey, chariots of abundance, the fairies miss when I'm running. I've been dismissed by the thunder, view 'em over cliff notes. I'm not God, but my new persona's him though. Hey, Zen. Chariots of abundance, the fairies miss when I'm running. I've been dismissed by the thunder, view 'em over cliff notes. I'm not God, but my new persona's him though. The future's I, watch me hit my sit notes. I'm sitting high with kings and benzos. I took the Martian side, shout out Marcus, that's my kinfolk. My starving artist, throw my Kindle in the Target arson. Ain't no options, I dropped the windows, I was karate tired. I can hear the kids blowing harmony sirens, tick-tock until it's time to swap. They talk like Miley Cyrus, but they still rocking on this planet that fell out of alignment. Give them new science assignments, crowns and psilocybin. Tell them we climb mountains while they sit there crying. I bet if we found Auschwitz, these would deny it. Hey, I'm ready to fly nitrous. I say, this my chariot, I'm riding. Hey, Chariots of abundance, the fairies miss when I'm running. I've been dismissed by the thunder, view 'em over cliff notes. I'm not God, but my new personas. Hey, I'm not God, but my new personas. So, yes, sir, that was my song, Chariots. 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 So it's this idea. I'm gonna give you the quick inspiration behind that song, just so you can connect with it a little bit. It relates to Jewish mysticism and the idea of Ezekiel seeing the vision of a chariot in the sky. With my music, I bring these lofty ideas down to earth so we can play with them and we can interact with them. And I take ideas in my mundane everyday life and I expand through history. Before I go on, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna do that a little bit later on. Can I do another song? Yeah, okay. I thought it was gonna be some kind of like, I was a little clear on my fault.
Let me just reiterate, this is your hour, so you more or less get to dictate to me what you want to do.
Oh, okay. Look, I love to hear that because I brought a couple extras, a couple surprises, a couple tricks in the sleeve.
We like that.
Yeah. So this is Black History Month, right? Shout out Black History Month. Shout out people, history, time, month. I've been very inspired. I work with kids, and in my after-school program, we are learning about Black luminaries. Okay, and I have been learning a lot about Langston Hughes. A lot about Langston Hughes lately. I learned about Langston Hughes when I was in school, but like as I get older, I learned Spanish when I was in school too. But now when I study it, I actually learn when I'm reading. So it's a little different. Langston Hughes. This is a very famous poem by Langston Hughes. I'm going to.
Could I just ask, because not everybody listening is from Illinois, could you just give like 20 words about he's from Illinois, right?
Yeah. So you're testing my knowledge here because I'm learning still. Langston Hughes was a poet born early 20th century, about like 1901 and 1960, something like that. He was a big part of the Harlem Renaissance. So he was born actually not in Illinois, Missouri.
Okay.
Missouri. So the Midwest. He moved to New York. He moved to New York to become a writer, a poet, and to be the inspiration of the Harlem Renaissance. So he was his thing he did that really inspired me. He does jazz poetry, and he was doing jazz poetry before rap was talked about as rap. Now, maybe people were rapping back then, right? But rap as we know it comes to us from the 70s or 80s, something like that. But this is after his time, so this is the progenitor of rap, I think.
I'm not sure that there is a definitive answer to that. You were trying to answer it in one sentence. I think probably we could have a year of shows debating that.
Yes. So I'm gonna read this poem. It's a very famous poem by Langston Hughes, and then I'm gonna do my next song. My next song is Basquiat Inventions. It was about me being inspired by the ambition and the greatness of Jean-Michel Basquiat. So I think this is apropos. I'm gonna grab it so I'm not pretending like I remembered it. I've known rivers ancient as the world and older than the flow of human blood in human veins. My soul has grown deep like the rivers. I bathed in the Euphrates when dawns were young. I built my hut near the Congo and it lulled me to sleep. I looked upon the Nile and raised the pyramids above it. I heard the singing of the Mississippi when Abe Lincoln went down to New Orleans, and I've seen its muddy bosom turn all golden in the sunset. I've known rivers, ancient, dusky rivers. My soul has grown deep like the rivers. Thank you. Hey, Ain't no rest for the weary. Out the west, every step is a test of your spirit. I was fearing hexes, now I'm spitting blessings in the mirror. Make them feel the message. Got it dressing up appearance. All these precious lessons. Time is ticking, can't you hear it? I'm the mystic, I might clear it. I'm the chemist, comma period. Kinda gifted, got a vision. I'm fly as physics. Got the finest women. You know I ride on religion. Let them ride for a minute. Till they cry, get to tripping. I get to finding my distance. Reclining my senses. Get back to climbing the limits. Had to fire her finish. Redefine the position. I've been seeking signs for a minute. I'm trying to leave some Basquiat inventions. The fossils at the mosque I hardly mention. Them thoughts that offer godly intervention. My people tired, it's the offering that could offer independence. Ayy, cause ain't no rest for the, ayy, ain't no rest for the weary. Out the west, every step is a test of your spirit. I was spearing hexes, now I'm spitting blessings in the mirror. Make them feel the message, got it dressing up appearance. All these precious lessons, time is ticking, can't you hear it? I'm the mystic, I might clear it. I'm the chemist, comma period. Kinda gifted, got a vision. I'm fly as physics, got the finest women. You know I ride on religion, let them ride for a minute. Till they cry, get to tripping, I get to finding my distance. Reclining my senses, get back to climbing the limits. I had to fire her finish, redefine the position. I've been seeking signs for a minute. I'm trying to leave some Basquiat inventions. The fossils at the mosque I highly mention. Them thoughts that offer godly interventions. My people tired, this the offering that could offer independence. Hey, I gotta give a big, huge, humongous shout out to my uncle. Uncle Juan, better known as Cool Juan Beats. He's a producer for that track, producer of record. He sent me a whole bunch of beats. We've been working together. I've been loving it. Because as an artist, as a rapper, when you start making music and you find producers from all, I've got producers I've met over the internet from Berlin, from, not from this country. So it's really nice to be able to grow and connect with family who has been doing this for a long time, who can see what you're doing and sort of authenticate and validate it. So I love my uncle, and I love his music, and that was produced by him, Basquiat Inventions.
If you don't mind my asking, you mentioned Kankakee, and you're in Champaign now, but you said you lived in Virginia.
Yes.
And your shout-outs have mostly involved New Yorkers. So I'm just curious, has there been a trajectory where your influences have been particularly inspired by your environment, or?
Yeah. So the thing I do now is it's ZENtheRapper worldwide. So I used to, with rap was very much predicated on having pride in where you come from, and where I come from is not generally prideful kind of place. Most people they want to grow up and move to a big city. It's yeah, right. But what was I saying before that?
You were saying that you are a citizen of the world.
Yes, exactly, right. Worldwide. But the story does have details, you know what I mean, for sure. I grew up in Kankakee. Came to Champaign as a student in 2015. I got my bachelor's degree in history in 2019. After that, I moved. It was a couple of things that happen as you graduate, figuring out what life is and what it means with this paper. I ended up moving to Virginia. I moved to Virginia to Newport News, the 757 area. When I moved there, that's when I started rapping. I had these inklings that this is what I wanted to do right around the time I was graduating. But it wasn't until I went to Virginia that, I started putting music. I was recording music myself in Audacity before, and I was doing like verses on Snapchat. But when I get to Virginia, my friend then gives me FL Studio, which is a more official. I'm using FL Studio right now. Thank you, Varun. My man Varun P. Met him he's from California, but I met him at Illinois. That's my homie, man. Anyway, so Virginia is the major influence of the three first years that I was rapping. I was there. I've been back here for a year and a half or so. So since I've been back here, it's hard to know what the influence is because I'm still here right now. So I'll figure that out in a couple of years, huh?
I grew up about 10 minutes from Virginia.
Okay.
Almost never went there, but I was right close by. So
Okay. 10 minutes from Virginia. I'm trying to think. my East Coast knowledge. Because I want to say you were like.
I mean,
He said, don't guess.
I'm just thinking. I want the listeners' focus to be more on you than on me.
Okay. Yeah.
The show's about you, so I'm happy to talk about it. It might come at the expense of one of your numbers. So
it's all good. That's actually a good point. Let me rap. I'm rap a song for y'all. Again, I am ZENtheRapper. I could be followed on Instagram. That's where most of my kind of thing happens. My daily inspiration and like my messaging. Keep up with what I'm doing. Instagram, ZEN_TheRapper. Once more, ZEN_TheRapper. Spelled like Oxford, huh? This next track is Tendencies. This is from my first mixtape. That first mixtape that I made while I was in Virginia, produced by my man Sonny Teray. Shout out Sonny Teray. If you know hip hop, you know who Sonny Teray is. You feel me? This song is called Tendencies. A tendency to slip in the back of vicinities, but I want them to remember me for years, decades, and centuries. Infinity, I got some different dreams. I can feel the breeze. I'm gonna film these scenes. Doctor said I was caught up in the make-believe. Came up and made them believe. Stayed up, but I made time to dream. Got prayed up and I learned how to breathe. Earned my degree, and that's word to my deceased. You know I came from the keys. Hit a stain, then we leave. You wanted some fame? Boy, that's free. Under your tree like it's Christmas Eve. Sprinkle that keep so mystically. You know, Baby D spit sophistically, and he do that with ease. Yeah. Hey, I'm approaching serenity. Found peace in the chaos, that's just entropy. We made the playoffs, kicking penalties. Turn mistakes into payoff. Incidentally told them patience would pay off eventually. In my mind made that trade-off, that's mentally. I won't sign, but my rhymes like captains of industry. They can't injure me, no Kennedy. Aye, the states, I'm embassy essentially. Just be great, the kids expect a win from me. This my independence days. Chief of state, they say I defended the enemy. Animosity, it just don't sit with me. Aye, these my tendencies. Aye, these my tendencies. Aye. On that note, I gotta give a shout out to my kids, man. My kids. On my kids. Now, I don't have no kids, bro. I have no kids, but I have a whole lot of children who look up to me and who I teach and who I'm a mentor, I'm a role model for. Shout out all my students in music class at King Elementary. Shout out all my students that I work with at Dream after school. And shout out all the students who think about me and they give me smiles during their day and they talk to me when I pass them. Shout out you guys for the kids.
Do you mind if I share something, a follow-up?
Yes, please.
So Langston Hughes was from Joplin, Missouri.
Okay, for sure.
But in 1941, he founded a theater troupe in Chicago.
Ooh.
In 1942, he started a newspaper column in Chicago. And in 1949, he lectured for 3 months at the University of Chicago. So I wasn't totally misremembering that he did have, he's in the, I think, Chicago Literary Hall of Fame. He never really lived in Illinois for more than a few months at a time, but he definitely spent a lot of time here for, San Francisco, Chicago, New York. He was like a pinball all over the place. So Harlem Renaissance, absolutely. But he does have an Illinois connection. So
thank you for getting that information because now I gotta look at it. I gotta read the whole story now. I got to read the whole story now.
I'm thinking maybe both of you are citizens of the world in the sense that it's a little influence from here and from there. And He was Pennsylvania too. He was
Pennsylvania.
Yeah, he was really all over the place. So.
Well, you know, I see a lot of parallels. You know, it's hard to say. You see parallels with somebody who's historically great, right? It's kind of like, but I see a lot of parallels with his journey and his influences and some of the things he chose to do and focus on. Because for me, I'm a college graduate, right? As a rapper, so opening a theater, you know, doing lectures at the university. That's the kind of stuff that I want to be doing with my hip hop career for sure. So I think I will read through that biography, huh?
By the way, I was delighted when that came on. I thought that was a warm up to what you were about to say and do.
That would have been nice. I got one more Langston Hughes poem.
Now we know a little bit more about. I mean, now we're a little bit more refreshed our collective memory. So
now at home, y'all got to now add some more facts to this. See, this is how learning works. This is how knowledge happens. It's and then when you see me, you got to tell me the Langston Hughes fact that you done gathered after what we just did, so then we can keep learning. So I don't have to read the book. Okay. This next song. Here's what I'm gonna do. I gotta kind of make my story a little more clear for you guys, right? So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna do all the songs that I have I released before I came to Champaign, and I'm gonna tell you when I'm finished, and then we're gonna do after I moved to Champaign. So this song is on my project Philosopher-Poet. This song is called Kennedy and Lincoln. Now, Kennedy and Lincoln, I grew up on Lincoln Street in the Keys in Kankakee. So that's what it means. You hear me? Kennedy and Lincoln. Sitting in the land of the free, under this tree, understand, pay attention to fees. Under this land, got my people deceased, stacking bricks on the brick so they could charge me a lease. Work me harder, yeah, I gotta compete. On my daughter, I'ma find her some peace. Return the offer, yeah, I found my receipt. I'm the apostle that found fault with the priest, replacing greed with belief. Under this tree, planting seeds. Hope they grow to free the people from dreams American needs. Use these words to deceive the machine. Yeah, I learned you can't believe what you see. Gotta leave them something to read. Lot of reasons to burn on this tree. It's mobbing season. Watch out for creeping police. I might be vegan. Ain't got no beef in the streets. Take the path less beaten. Free the land, but the land ain't free. They capture my so candidly. Gotta hand it to Steve. He's so apples eating. Made a profit, sent him back to Jesus. Change the topic cause I might be preaching. Hit the chronic, proceed with impeachments. Feed the people, send the leaders kicking and screaming. I could picture them bleeding. Quenching thirst with what's leaking. Killed the verse, put it in a hearse. Call it Kennedy and Lincoln. Ay. I like that hook. I say, killed the verse, put him in a hearse. Killed the verse, put it in a hearse. Call it Kennedy and Lincoln. I like that for a few reasons, right? You know, Kennedy and Lincoln. Kennedy being the authority figure, the president that was so tragically assassinated, right? Lincoln being my hometown street that I grew up on. Lincoln also being the model of the car that would then transport our then so tragically assassinated president to his eternal resting place, right? Kennedy and Lincoln. Sitting in the land of the free, under this tree, understand, pay attention to fees. Under this land, got my people deceased, stacking bricks on the brick so they could charge me a lease. Work me harder, yeah, I gotta compete. On my daughter, I'ma find us a peace. Return the offer, yeah, I found my receipt. I'm the apostle that found fault with the priest, replacing greed with relief. Under this tree, planting seeds. Hope they grow to free the people from dreams American needs. Use these words to deceive the machine. Yeah, I learned you can't believe what you see. Gotta leave them something to read. Lot of reasons to burn on this tree. It's mobbing season. Hey, I say, watch out for creeping police. I might be vegan. Ain't got no beef in the streets. Take the path less beaten. I say, killed the rest. I did the whole song to hit that line again. I forgot the line when it came up. Okay, anyway. How you guys feeling? I know this is radio and you can't hear me, but how you feeling? You can respond in your car or respond wherever you are. All right, I'm gonna say it, and then you can respond, and I'm gonna be quiet for you. How you guys feeling?
I just want to make sure. You said they can't hear you? Or they can't hear you?
I probably did say they can't hear me. Yeah.
Okay, I was worried. They can't hear you. We're doing something wrong here. But yeah, what I have found is everybody can hear us. We just unfortunately can't always hear them back unless they're really loud. So
that would be awesome if I could just hear someone, hey, I'm doing really
outside. I think it'd be pretty disruptive if people in other states could just call out and answer us. That's why stuff like the internet is good, because it doesn't come out on the recording, but we can still get feedback. So
yeah,
I've heard from somebody in New York already. So
yep, really?
Yeah,
New York. Shout out New York.
What?
Shout out New York.
Yes, shout out New York. Harlem Renaissance. I think it's more the Syracuse area, but it's still New York. So
New York holds sort of like a very special place in my imagination. It's like the mecca of hip hop to me. I don't know if it is to everybody or if that's official, right? But my favorite rappers growing up were New Yorkers. That grit, that talent, that that artfulness, right? The skill, and then the cold bloodedness. I was always inspired by New York artists. The cold streets in New York,
Oh, and I said I've heard from New York and Georgia. I left out Langston Hughes teaching also at Atlanta University. So he really was all over the place.
I got to hit Atlanta. Okay, cool. Langston Hughes. Okay. On that note, let me go ahead. That was Kennedy and Lincoln. I'm going to play you guys another song that I made when I was in Virginia. Now, this song, when I was in Virginia, I was maybe when I was 22 to 25 was the time period during which I was in Virginia. This song is about meeting a girl. Her name was Nicole. Hey, Zen. I say certainly, yeah. Hey, shout out Nicole. Certainly, I'm not the first to see your body put together perfectly. Divine intervention or surgery. Either way, I need that body with an urgency. I'll be Aladdin, you be my Jasmine Queen. Michael Jackson, Billie Jean, it'd be my honor if I could smash and leave. I'm not the father, but I could take you further. The plan was for burglary. You put them sweet words on me. I had to swerve the scene. You're further than them jeans, sliding them secrets. She say, baby, you a jerk. I say, nah, I'm a reject. I know this life sometimes hurt. I ain't trying to let you see that. Put the sand where your feet at. Keep my hand where your heart beat at. Free to land, cause that's where the fan finna be at. And we don't love these, but hey Nicole, hey Nicole, hey Nicole, hey Nicole, hey Nicole, hey Nicole. I swear you got me like, hey Nicole, hey, hey Nicole, hey Nicole, hey Nicole, hey Nicole, hey Nicole. I swear you got me like, hey. The CDC, I'm down the street, I'm coming over, I need my Reese's piece. You make my vision complete. We finna hang like decisions in trees. Body make me sing, baby, me to sleep. Rub on your hourglass, see what the genie need. Eat you out so good, send you resting in peace. Go around and come up messing with me. Get your steeds and your funds up, my Jasmine Queen. Free to land, let me set you free. Feed you grapes like they sexual dreams. Put your stress at ease. I take my hand, I'll be the Adam to you. The last you need. Ay. I say, I swear you got me like, I swear you got me. I swear you got me like, I swear you got me like, I swear you got me like, hey, hey Nicole, hey Nicole, hey Nicole, hey Nicole, hey Nicole. I swear you got me like, hey Nicole, yeah, hey Nicole, hey Nicole, hey Nicole, hey Nicole, hey Nicole. I swear you got me like, oh yeah, you got me like, hey Nicole, aye. Shout out Nicole. By the way, Nicole's a euphemism, so you feel me? Shout out Nicole. A euphemism and a metaphor. I'm gonna use it both ways. Nicole. Anyway, thank you. That was Hey Nicole. That was one of the songs that I got one of the first songs I got a lot of positive feedback about. People were like, okay, you kind of got something there. Hey Nicole. This next song, we are in the Virginia era still. The Virginia era. Let's see what I got here. This song is on from my project Philosopher Stoned as well. This song is called Washing Dishes. It's a song about mindfulness from someone who was just learning what mindfulness really meant. Washing dishes. Figure I slide on the beat while I reside in my seat. Drop the heat that make them fire police. Ayy, close my eyes when I'm inspired to see. I beside into seas, I'm signing to me. Made up my mind and I decided I'm free. Stay on my grind, I'm aligning my cheese. It's Buddha on the beat, spitting truth to Pharisees. We stuck on Zoom, but life's a breeze. Ayy. Y'all gotta go listen to this one, cause on this part, this is where I got Kobe interview doing some speaking. I say, lost in division, trying to connect lyrics to spirit, but I'm stuck hoping and wishing. Get the dishes, suffer consequences. No need for petitions to come to cosmic intentions with apocryphal permissions. The proper folk wish he didn't. It's impossible to ignore the position. I find joy in resistance. Patience is a gift like a toy when it's Christmas. I'm a politic like I'm joining a wish list. Stick to the script, I'm trying to finish the mission. Can't get caught up in cosmic collisions. Ayy. Figure I slide on the beat while I reside in my seat. Drop the heat that make them fire police. Ayy, close my eyes when I'm inspired to see. I'm beside into seas, I'm signing to me. Made up my mind and I decided I'm free. Stay on my grind, I'm aligning my cheese. It's Buddha on the beat, spitting truth to Pharisees. We stuck on Zoom, but life's a breeze. Ayy. Dramatic sip from coffee. Lost in division. I was lost in division. We was lost in division. Lost in the vision. Ayy, I say, lost in the vision. Asked for a chance and they asked me for expenses. I spit sauce on these dishes. Ayy, I need it all. Go on tour and send back remittance. Much is required when there's much that's been given. Share my gifts like school lunch assistants. Top all they lists when I'm gone. Leave them stuck in remembrance. Pushing soul cause I fit the vision. Came a long way, but we still have some distance. Ayy, we can accept them statistics, catch the spirit, and bless on the witness. Unlocking treasures they wish was kept hidden. Looking down at the crowd, pushing so we send it loud, and we don't ask for forgiveness. Leave them praying and wishing. Don't play with my dishes. Ayy, if you listen to this right now, go wash them dishes. Figure I slide on the beat while I reside in my seat. Drop the heat that make them fire police. Ayy, close my eyes when I'm inspired to see. I'm beside into seas, I'm signing to me. Made up my mind and I decided I'm free. Stay on my grind, I'm aligning my cheese. It's Buddha on the beat, spitting truth to Pharisees. We stuck on Zoom, but life's a, ayy, I say we stuck on Zoom, but life's a, I said we stuck on Zoom, but life, yeah. I said we stuck on Zoom, but life's a breeze. Y'all remember the pandemic? When we were stuck on Zoom, but life was still going super quick. Cause how are you stuck on Zoom? That doesn't make sense to anybody who didn't go through the pandemic. Stuck on Zoom. Interesting. Okay, thank you. Nope. That was washing dishes. Washing dishes from my project Philosopher Stoned.
Well, since it is just after 10:30, I'm supposed to do a station ID, so I will remind people that you are listening to WEFT Champaign 90.1 FM. This is WEFT Sessions with ZENtheRapper, and two follow-up comments. One, you asked about being stuck on Zoom.
Yeah.
I can tell you I was stuck on Zoom because all the WEFT meetings moved to Zoom. So for my job here, I had to be on Zoom, and I will say the novelty wore off after a while.
we all got this clock in our head because I worked from home for a while and I thought it was going to be awesome until I felt trapped.
Well, and also I know people who are, oh, it was great. I'm like, well, except for like people dying. I mean, that part wasn't great.
Oh yeah, right.
I would argue I didn't think any of it was great, but I especially thought the million or so people who died were, kind of worth maybe not getting too...
Yeah, worth cracking a frown over, huh?
Yeah, it was I do a show about remembering each year, and 2020 I have not wanted to remember yet. So, but on a cheerier note, I got some good feedback on that last number, and I also wanted to ask, because you are calling... I assume on your birth certificate you were not born and your parents named you ZENtheRapper, right?
They're not that cool, no.
So, since you picked that name, I was curious if you wanted to explain why it's important to you.
Yeah, for sure. So it's interesting because I tell people, ZENtheRapper, I go by Zen, right? When I'm at school, my students call me Mr. Zen. My bosses call me Mr. Zen, except for when they write the check. I make sure they know that it's not Mr. Zen at that point in time. But
I just saw a Judge Judy case like that.
Yeah. Okay. But it's it relates to my thirst for knowledge. And it was a time in my life when I was really trying to clarify my values. Again, I was 21, 22, 23, just graduating from college with a history degree, with all this information. I was feeling useless. It felt like it wasn't really giving me inroads towards a job.
Right. You've said history several times. Did you specialize in any particular history?
I didn't. And in undergrad, you don't really specialize so much. I was undeclared for the first couple of years, and then I had sort of my junior year was like I was into black intellectual history, black political history. I learned all about the story of America in the 19th and 20th centuries. And then my senior year, I went into history of science. And since then, it was like history of technology. It's sort of expanded. It's gotten deeper. Now I do ancient history and big history. I think it's interesting.
Well, I feel like anytime you study something, you realize how many layers.
Yes.
Like a telescope. Yeah, exactly.
Yep. And I'm glad you said that too, because ZENtheRapper is actually about those layers. It was about, I graduated, but I still wanted to kind of be a historian, still wanted to be a scholar. And I had read this book called The Little History of the World, which I actually don't really like the book. I don't know why I'm shouting. I don't know why I'm shouting it out. I don't like the way the perspective of the book.
Yeah, I like the
overall.
I like the honesty.
Yeah, but The Little History of the World, I got to the point where they were talking about the axial age. The axial age.
And what's that?
It is a theory by German historian Karl Jaspers that there was this period in human history, where of about, I think it's 1,000 or 1,500 years, which is crazy for a period, like a time. Like think about 1,500 years.
Right. That's even longer than I've been around.
It's a long time. But in the scope of human history and the history of the world, it's not actually that long. So within that 1,500 years was when the major world religions got their star, their prophet or their beginning. So his thing of calling it the axial age was trying to investigate that historically. Why?
AXIO?
AXIAL.
Axial,
which I'm not even sure what that means, but I think it will clue you in to what he's talking about a little bit.
I was just thinking I might do some reading about it later. So
yeah, no, it's very interesting, and it's these big questions, and that's where ZENtheRapper comes from.
Okay.
Because I didn't know anything really about Zen, but I had encountered it, and I had this kind of inkling that this sort of strain of knowledge and information would be something that could occupy me as a post-grad. And now it's it means everything and nothing. And your name starts to kind of mean nothing as it goes on. It's just like what people call you, and it means whatever you do. So
well, and except when they order people alphabetically, Z is a cool initial to have.
Yeah, that's true.
As long as you don't mind going last, sometimes it's distinguish it, J or there's a lot of letters everybody has. So
my elementary students would say, I would hate having Z. They want A, back of the line's not, it's like a death sentence in elementary school.
I used to have a teacher, I think she had a nervous disorder, and she'd say we were only allowed to talk if our name started with a Z. And I wasn't thinking about the fact that if my name did start with Z, she'd probably pick Q,
Yeah.
She just didn't want us to talk. But
my favorite thing as a teacher recently is to not to trick kids. I don't trick kids, but sometimes you have to distract children to encourage and increase their mindfulness. Which is actually true. Can I spit another song for you?
Of course. Again, it's your hour, so
Yes.
that's why you...
So, that last song I did, Washing Dishes, I like that song. I want y'all to listen to it because of the clips that I got. I got Jamel Hill and Kobe Bryant interviewing, talking to each other about mindset, about a championship mindset, about winning and losing and playing. So we'll listen to it. But I'm a little disappointed because I kind of stumbled on the words a little bit. So this next song, I'm going to do one which I performed a lot around town. I'm very confident in performing it. It's a song that I like and that people tell me that they like, which I like. This song is called According to Legend. Shout out Mousepad, man. Shout out Mousepad. Shout out Have House. He is the producer on record of this song, According to Legend. Hey, ZENtheRapper. Hey, I call the comet a commotion, ain't the island with the ocean. If I had to rate the Bible, it's like 4th or 5th. I came back like the Phoenix did. I'm over what's missed. I'm so cajoling with my pen, approaching the cliff like mountaintop spoke to the kid. I'm out the box on this one way to heaven. My shot Shabbat for a loan from the Reverend in Babylon. You got a roam to the west, so I'm down like Rome. I just know it's for better. I made the clouds my home, finna blow like the weather. If you need me, look up. We finna take this higher. Put your nose in the nexus. I saw the chariots on fire. That convinced me it's heaven. I spit 11 assessments. It's so gregarious. They couldn't help but inspect it. Now they can't help but respect it. But it's my letter to never, so they could never expect it. They dug me up and found Rosetta collections. Grave diggers found the devil's possessions. No, I'm stretching my blessings. I keep it zen. I can't stress on perfections. I let them vent like I owed them a sweater. But in the end, I just know that I'm better. I'm in the wind. I'm finna blow like the weather. I said this my letter to never. They dug me up and found Rosetta collections. I keep it zen. I can't stress on. I caught a comet, a commotion, ate the island with the ocean. If I had to rate the Bible, it's like 4th or 5th. I came back like the Phoenix did. I'm over what's missed. I'm so cajoling with my pen, approaching the cliff like mountaintop spoke to the kid. I'm out the box on this one way to heaven. My shot Shabbat for a loan from the Reverend in Babylon. You got a roam to the west, so I'm down like Rome. I just know it's for better. I say, I caught a comet, a commotion, ate the island with the ocean. If I had to rate the Bible, it's like 4th or 5th. I came back like the Phoenix did. I'm over what's missed. I'm so cajoling with my pen, approaching the cliff like mountaintop spoke to the kid. I'm out the box on this one way to heaven. My shot Shabbat for a loan from the Reverend in Babylon. You got a roam to the west, so I'm down like Rome. I just know it's for better. I made the clouds my home. Finna blow like the weather. If you need me, look up. We finna take it higher. Hey, I said, if you need me, look up. I might fly by you. Zen. I say, I caught the train, the locomotive, and they asked me to switch. They called the fame a potent potion. Had to pass on that. Like catching vapors from a battery hit. I'm mashing acres, rolling woods, then I ball with the spirit. It's too fast, Jamaica. And I'm tall like dimensions. I got my own way to get it. I'm the poem singing mystic. I saw they code name specifics. Them long days, he wrote page of vision. Them home plays like home plate collision. You know I don't play, I won't waste a written. Code name resistance, it's a cold day in winter. And you don't play with physics, I'm the wizard. I could bend it, but I won't say specific. I caught the comment. Yes, sir. According to legend, shout out Mousepad. Hey, shout out Half House. They just dropped a new song today, man. Half House. They do a lot of good work recording people, putting on events, putting on shows. Shout out Half House. While I'm doing shout outs, you know what I'm saying, randomly at this point in my set, I'm going to go ahead and shout out all the people in Champaign who have showed me love on my journey and support. It's too many to name, so I'm going to give it to everybody. But I definitely got to give a special shout out to HYC Media, to my friends over there, you know, Solo, Atlas, Avion, Deb, my man Luck, Adri, C Money. We got a great thing going over there. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Yeah.
So I noticed in the course of that, you mentioned Champaign and you mentioned events around town. And I'm curious what events you have coming up.
Yes, thank you. I'm glad you asked, because I'll get up here, just rap, and then go home, and then, like, you know. So tomorrow, actually, I will be performing as a part of the Hip Hop Collective's Black History Showcase show, and at the Music Building on campus. Super excited for this. So I went to school here. I did my first on-campus in a classroom performance earlier last week when they had their open mic. So this is going to be my first performance in like a academic building, right? So I think that should be fun. I think it's going to be cool because it's open to the public, so anybody can kind of come in. It should be good weather. We're going to be on the South Lobby from 7 to 9. You want to see me? I'm rapping at like 8. I go 8:10 to 8:30 tomorrow. And then
AM or PM?
PM.
Okay.
PM.
Glad I asked. I was assuming AM.
No. Now it's interesting because it's a lecture hall, right? So it could have been, huh?
Yeah, I'm just picturing people, you know, they come from dorm breakfast
and
go to see you, and they're 12 hours early. So
tomorrow evening, you got nothing to do, come by the Music Building, see some free, talented people. You're going to have Femi Ashola and Steve Soul performing, some visual artists. And my manager in the back is saying, hey, you got other things to talk about? Stop shouting people out. My imaginary manager. I'm pointing to no one.
I was going to say, I see him and I see him, but I don't see a third person. Well, I guess I'm the third person, but I'm not your manager. So.
No.
The one other question I had related is there anywhere online that people can see a list of the upcoming events you have? Is there a page? Is there a mailing list?
You know, I did a mailing list, but I have this idea that people don't like mailing lists or emails. I had that idea when I was starting. I'm working on getting a newsletter up, but Instagram, if you are on Instagram and Facebook, I keep those pretty plied with information.
Could I confirm what you said for a minute?
Yes.
There are a couple of businesses that I like enough that just, let's see, about a month ago, I signed up for emails because I like this place.
Right.
So they send me an email every day. It's like, I don't know how much I would have to like a store to want email every day that doesn't actually have any new information. So I don't know who is running these things, but I unsubscribed pretty quickly because it's like, well, I like your store, but I'm going to stop liking it if I keep getting all this useless email.
Yeah. And
no coupons or anything.
Yeah.
So I agree with you that there is such a thing as maybe too much if that's not what people are looking for.
But that's something I'm working on, getting some kind of better distribution of information, because there's a lot that I do. And speaking of that, also, I've got this super cool show. I'm very excited about this. So I'm excited to perform on campus. That's a thing too, right? But there's a new venue in Urbana called the Gallery Art Bar. Gallery Art Bar in Urbana. Used to be Nola's. Yeah, so it's new, but it's not that new.
But I mean, what street is it on, or intersection, or?
It's in Urbana. I think it's over there by Exile on Main, over there by C4A in that area. No, Exile on Main is.
I was going to say that's in Champaign, so now I'm
not familiar, man.
I mean, if they have a second location, that would suggest they're doing very well.
Nah, it's over there by C4A. I can't exactly quite remember.
I didn't mean to put you on the spot. I was just curious. Oh, and I do have one more thing to say about shows when you're done. So was that all?
Real quick.
Yeah.
So this is Urbana Sandwich.
Yes. Oh, we have stickers for that up front.
Oh yeah. We got stickers. I'll take a few of those.
Cool.
But yeah, Urbana Sandwich. This is, so what is the sandwich, right? It's a concert. Are we coming to eat? I don't think we're having food. Maybe the venue serves
I think
food.
you bring your own.
Yeah, okay. Come already eaten. Please come eat before. Okay, the concert.
That dorm breakfast I was talking about.
Yeah. I think so. The concert is 7 to 9. 7 to 9. check on that. I believe it's an earlier concert at that time. But the sandwich part is you've got two Urbana acts.
Yes.
Two bands, right? We're the bread. We are the bread. And then the meat, potatoes, and lettuce and stuff in the middle, that is a touring act. As far as I understand, a touring act as courtesy of Miss Emily Otness, Miss Otness's network and talent agency. The touring act coming to Champaign, to Urbana on March 7th for the second Urbana sandwich this time is Frank Samuel. Frank Samuel, that's it. I don't know why I said it like that. Frank Samuel, period.
So he's the bread?
He's the
he's the
meat and the lettuce and the...
He's the inside of the sandwich.
Yeah, he's the inside. He's the inside. Eli Kling. Eli Kling is the other local product who is the other slice of bread joining me in this sandwich. But yeah, no, Urbana Art Bar, Gallery Art. It's late, guys. Gallery Art Bar. I need to go back to rapping at this point. Gallery Art Bar is very interesting because they've got 9 projectors on their ceilings with which they use to while the performer's performing, like enhance it with
like
visual,
a light show,
like holographs, like stuff like that. Like anything you think is like futuristic, it is really like that. It's really like that. I went to the first Urbana sandwich and I really enjoyed looking. I almost got distracted. The performance was here and I'm staring at the wall. I'm like studying it. It's like very captivating.
Is it once a month they do something then?
Once a month.
Okay.
The first Thursday of every month. This is going to be the second one.
Got it. I learned about it from our station manager here. So
yeah? Yeah.
I think put out the stickers today. So
okay, yeah. So it's a new thing. It's the second one. So come on out to the show. Be an early adopter. You can get the tickets at the link in my bio. You can go visit At a Glance Talents Agency. The tickets are also available there. Okay. I'm headlining, so I'll be capping the night off. I'll be doing much more rapping than I know I'm talking a lot here, but I'll be pretty much only rapping.
Let me keep you company so you don't feel like you're the only one talking. I just wanted to finish the thought about the email, which is this business that I like to. It's an ice cream place, and I was just every day they're like, so order ice cream, and it's like, yes, if I could afford to order more ice cream I would. But I also today got an email from somebody who's been on this show telling me about a show that's about 60 seconds from my house later this week. So I'm always happy to get email if it's telling me something I don't already know that's useful information that I signed up for. It's just commercial spam isn't very interesting, but if it's specifically what I want to hear about, people, I'm sorry to bug you that I have a show coming up. It's like, no, that's what I want is to know about shows before it's too late to go to them. So I think if a mailing list is topical and relevant, it's great. It's just when somebody feels like they have to email every day that it starts to get annoying.
I'm really glad you said that too. Because I've been kind of thinking about what people look for from me and what they value from me and what I can provide of value. And so as I'm trying to think my newsletter. So I'm going to go back to the drawing board on that, I think, later and kind of consider that.
So, by the way, the company that sends you those emails for the local businesses is called Constant Contact.
Well, I did not add, this is actually not a local business. No. But
it's nationwide. But apt.
How we doing out there?
Oh, we should say your name again, because that's the main question people have after the show is, who was that again?
Normally, I'm wearing a shirt that has my name on it. Normally, I'm wearing...
Well, on the radio, it doesn't show up, so...
Okay. I was going to make a joke, but it's totally a visual joke, so we're not going to do that.
Well, eventually there will be a video. It's just the people listening live probably miss out on it.
Sneak peek? Anyway, let's... I am ZENtheRapper.
Excellent.
ZENtheRapper. I can be found on all platforms as ZENtheRapper, no spaces. So when you type it, don't put spaces. ZENtheRapper, it's one idea, one thought, one cadence. ZENtheRapper.
So is it ZENtheRapper? I mean, if it,
yeah. ZENtheRapper, right? ZENtheRapper, right? If you want to put it together for sure. If you see me on the street, you can call me ZENtheRapper. I'll smile a little bit, but you can call me Zen.
ZENtheRapper.
ZENtheRapper. I like that. We're gonna do that on that shows because people remember that. If I ZENtheRapper.
I'm glad it's useful because I thought it was one of the dumbest things I ever said. But if it works, you're welcome to it.
We take those. We take those. I'm realizing that I have a whole bunch of songs that I had prepared, and my time is running short. I was nervous.
Tell you what, why don't you do one? We'll come back and tie together any loose ends, and then do an encore, and then that'll be it.
That sounds like a plan. All right. I gotta do a couple songs that's like special to me. This song right here, this song is called TYBG. TYBG. It stands for Thank You, Bass God. This is the opening song on my album, Sun God. It's all about positivity in the morning. All thanks. All gratitude. Yeah. We living lovely on this side, man. Pushing soul. It's ZENtheRapper. Yeah. Thank you, bass guy. I say, hey, thank you, bass God. I'm cooking bacon sauce in the kitchen. Word to Houston, I'm taking off on the mission. I paid the cost and now my palm steady itching. I saw some so vicious, I'm raw like prescriptions. I saw it all like statistics. My taking off on the mentions. I saw the stars in the distance. My hunting and fishing, ayy. It's push soul season. Running the village. We take it far. Run the militia. If the God's willing, I'm done with the system. They hate the position. I'm head chef running the kitchen. We tryna run up 1 million serving dishes. Cut up a killing. Ayy. Serving dishes. Cut up a killing. Ayy. Zen. Hey, I said, thank you, bass God. I'm cooking bacon sauce in the kitchen. Word to Houston, I'm taking off on a mission. I paid the cost and now my palm steady itching. I saw some so vicious, I'm raw like prescriptions. I saw it all like statistics, my taking off on the mentions. I saw the stars in the distance, my cutting and fishing. Ayy, it's push soul season, running a village. We take it far, run the militia, man. If the God's willing, I'm done with the system. They hate the position. I'm head chef running the kitchen. We tryna run up 1 million serving dishes, man. Cut up a killing. Ayy, serving dishes, yeah. Cut up a killing. Ayy, Zen. Ayy, I said thank you, bass God. I'm cooking bacon sauce in the kitchen. Word to Houston, I'm taking off on a mission. I paid the cost and now my palm steady itching. I saw some so vicious, I'm raw like prescriptions. I saw it all like statistics, man. We taking off on the mentions. I saw the stars in the distance. Hunting and fishing, ayy, it's for soul season. Running the village. ZENtheRapper, no spaces on all platforms. That is Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, Pandora, all that. ZEN_the_rapper on IG. And that song was TYBG, stands for Thank You, Bass God.
Two-part question. Is there anything we haven't talked about that you'd like to talk about? And part two, is there anything we've already talked about that you want to reinforce?
I wanted to share my word of the day with you guys. Every day, no one asked me to do this, but about 1.5 years ago, every day, I share a word of the day. I find a word that I think is interesting, and I give a definition to everybody on my Instagram story. It's like my speech practice in the morning.
You know, I heard from a listener in New York.
Yeah.
He's the other person I know who does that.
Oh, yeah?
So you two could be buddies.
Or mortal enemies.
Well, it depends what kind of word you have.
Let's see. Okay. Real life though, that's awesome. I would definitely want to be friends with you if you like words and do words of the day. You should follow me on Instagram, ZEN_the_rapper. I will follow you back for sure. My word of the day today.
Is it axial?
It could be. Sometimes I'm good and I'll theme it according to what I'm doing that day.
Huh?
Mystical vocabulary. I was gonna make it WEFT, but I thought about it too late because I learned what that word meant when I came here last time. But the word of the day today is how I do it. So, that's how you say.
It's what?
I'm sorry. This is how I do it. I gotta like get in the mode. Like,
Got it. Do you need a drum roll? That works.
That works. The word of the day today is mystique.
Ooh.
Mystique. Mystique is an aura of heightened value or interest or meaning surrounding a person or thing. An air of mystery around someone gives that person a certain mystique, like your glamorous next door neighbor who's rumored to work for the CIA. The noun mystique is good for describing someone you find fascinating, like your beautiful and mysterious French teacher with that special mystique. A place or an object can also be described this way. Many travelers are attracted to India's mystique. For example, the root of mystique is thought to be the Greek word mystikos, or secret or mystic. It means secret or mystic. These are funny when I try to pronounce Greek and Latin. I don't know how to do it. I just guess based on some vague memory.
You ever heard of a group called the Chocolate Watch Band?
Say it again.
Actually, there are two groups called this. Chocolate Watch Band.
The Chocolate Watch Band?
The thing is, they had an album in 1968 called Inner Mystique, but they didn't play on it. Their manager had studio musicians do it and released it under their name. So I'd love to endorse this, but it's not actually the band credited. It's kind of
interesting.
Then, of course, there's also the feminine mystique, right?
And then there's the beauty title.
What?
For tropical hardwood that you make boats out of.
Oh, right. When I make boats, I see that. Right. Oh, wow. That was...
we got there. We got there.
I guess technically you are a dad, right? Okay, so you can get away with that. I am not yet a dad, so I can't do the dad. If I do dad jokes, I get fined accordingly. So.
Yes. And this is why I do my word of the day, though, to inspire thought and dad jokes.
It's a good word. It's more people should use it where it's appropriate. They shouldn't just shoehorn it in where it doesn't fit. But if they know what it means.
I'm big on getting really long definitions of words people use a lot and don't necessarily look at a definition for a lot so they can use the words better. I like that. Excellent. That. I've got one more song.
Yes, and I have a whole CD of music that I am going to play when you're done.
Okay,
so, stay tuned for another hour of mostly local music on Local 901, but for now you still get one more encore song from ZENtheRapper. Stick around, and thanks for doing it.
All right. Thanks for rocking with us tonight. Thank you for being here in whatever capacity you are. If you're on the radio, if you're watching me on TV, that's cool. If you're on YouTube, if you're on Instagram on a reel later, thank you. I want to tell you, I'm glad you're here. This next song is called Angel Dust. It's all about that very idea of me being glad you are here. It's about the magic of the moment. This song was produced by Mousepad. It's called Angel Dust. Hey,
Mousepad, you a fool for this.
ZENtheRapper. It's serendipitous. Ay, Zen. Serendipity. That's like what's meant to be. It's serendipitous. How you chose to trip with us. Take this sip, take this dip, take this swim with us. Take this pill, leave you laying like it's angel dust. Let's make it real, I'm finding Nemo like the angler. She wants some rest, but this air could really strangle her. She take that breath in the ocean, mess her makeup up. We fade reflect, watch the silence get to saving us. We fade reflect, watch the silence get to Aye, they sold me science like it's angel dust. I'm poet flying, finna make it up. Sacred stuff, made them duck. I'm finna bake some mud, make them run. Touch the earth like the vagrant sun. Aye, I ate the cake and I made it fun. So, yeah, it's serendipitous. Just how you chose to trip with us. Take this sip, take this dip, take this swim with us. I'm in this ocean making motion. Yeah, they sold it. I'm the soldier too devoted to this road that got me glowing through the cold. They found me soaking in this ocean. They get to choking and provoking. I'm out for gold, it's coast to coast, they call it coping. The less they know, the more they show it. I flex my soul like no opponent, cause I'm the mother Shogun. Turn your wishes to a omen, finna trick 'em like it's COVID. I went missing like Ebola, then I flipped it, made 'em hold it. Ay, I get 'em lifted like it's focus. Ay, we get to slipping and the sofa is Saren, dip, tuss. Ay, it's serendipitous how you chose to trip with us. Take this sip, take this dip, take this swim with us. It's serendipitous how you chose to trip with us. Take this sip, take this dip, take this swim with us. Take this pill, leave you laying like it's. Take this pill, leave you laying like it's. I have been ZENtheRapper. ZENtheRapper, that's ZENtheRapper, no spaces. ZENtheRapper. ZENtheRapper, right? One word. On Instagram though, it's Zen_the-rapper. Catch me tomorrow at the Music Building at the Black History Month showcase put on by the Hip Hop Collective. Definitely catch me on March 7th. Get your tickets early. $10 in my bio, $15 at the door. March 7th at the Gallery Art Bar, Urbana Sandwich. To see me, to see a whole lot of cool, more dope hip hop and rap. We got a lot of cool stuff going on here in Champaign, Urbana, on the hip hop scene, on the rap tip, and I'm so grateful, so appreciative to be a part of it. But we just starting. At the same time, we just starting. So everybody out there working, we keep working. Thank you.